Okay, it says Patrick is drinking water, and the rate at which he drinks water is given by W. So W is the rate. Which of the following gives Patrick's average amount of water in cups per day? So the units are cups per day, so W of T is cups per day. So we're going to integrate that, and to get the average, all we do is divide by the interval, which is 1/4. So your answer choice is A. So remember, average is 1 over b minus a, integral from a to b of f of x dx. That's the idea. Okay, we've got a motion problem in 135. The velocity is given by cosine of t, total distance traveled. So remember, we're going to integrate the velocity function, but if I want total distance traveled, I want all the units to be counted as positive, so you want to make sure you integrate the absolute value. And these are all calculator active problems, so this is what you would type into the calculator, and you're going to get exactly 4. Okay, you have r of t, which is a differentiable function, so derivative exists, it is continuous. It's the rate at which t, measured in gallons per hour, I always look at units, is poured into a machine. At time 0, there's already 10 gallons of tea in the machine, which gives the total amount of tea in the beverage machine. So if I integrate the rate, which is r of t, so if you think about this, the units here are gallons per hour. So notice the integration will give you total gallons. This will give you the additional tea that goes into the machine, but then this is telling us that there were 10 gallons to start with, so you want to make sure that you add that 10, because I want to know how much is there at the end of 6 hours, not just in that time interval. So B would be the correct setup. Okay, the next one, you've got D of t, which is a differentiable function. And it's the rate at which food is dispensed into a bowl for a cat, and the units on D of t are pounds per minute. And this is only when t is greater than 0. E of t, again, is a differentiable equation, and it's the rate at which cat eats the food from the bowl, okay? So this is, D is the rate at which dispensed, E is going to be the rate at which it eats it in pounds per minute. Which expression represents the change in the amount of the food in the bowl from t equals 1 to 6? So I need to know what's the difference in the amount going in versus the amount going out. And I want units to be the amount of food. So if I integrate the rate, that will give me the food, total amount of food. But I need to look at the difference between the amount going in. And I just want to know what happens from 1 to 6. So again, think about units here. If this is pounds per minute, and then you multiply minutes, which is dt, you'll get total pounds. And that's what I want for the units, at least, in terms of amount of food. So your answer choice here would be A. And then number 140, B of t is the rate at which Ryan buys board games, okay? D of t represents the rate at which Ryan donates it, okay? If Ryan has 80 board games at time 0, to the nearest board game, how many board games does Ryan have? So again, these equations represents the rate. It is board games per year. So if I want to get the number of board games, I know I will have to integrate it. And I'm going to integrate it from 0 to 3. So this is the board games that Ryan gets. And then we're going to subtract off the board games that he donates, which is D of t. But then he had 80 to start with. So we want to make sure that we add that initial value of 80. So this is what you are typing into your calculator, and you will get A.